Dariel, stepson of Granverza, one of the 4 demon kings, is fired from the demon army by his stepbrother, Bashverza, following Granverza's retirement, citing Dariel's inability to use magic. Dariel wanders aimlessly until he meets a young woman named Marika fleeing a monster. Despite being unfamiliar with human weapons, Dariel uses Marika's dagger and kills the monster. Grateful, Marika drags Dariel to her village. Hiding his demon identity, Dariel only reveals he was fired recently. Marika's parents insist he stay with them and become a guild adventurer so he can protect the village from monsters. Dariel tries to protest as receiving a guild seal would expose him as not human, yet he somehow passes the test. Dariel realizes that despite being raised by demons, he must actually be human. Dariel learns of Aura, a human magic that boosts weapons' abilities. Despite believing himself weak, Dariel discovers he has an affinity for Aura, making him a master-class warrior. Marika's father Envil suggests Dariel might be better suited to a larger guild in a city, but Dariel decides to stay in the village. Marika is overjoyed, but the village's only other adventurer, Gashita, is unimpressed, until it is discovered the monster Dariel killed was one Gashita has failed to kill for over 2 weeks. Dariel is promoted for killing the monster and accepts a quiet herb gathering quest, but is perplexed when Marika insists on joining him, holding his hand and doing most of the quest for him. Dariel notices Marika is skilled enough to be an adventurer. Marika claims she is scared of fighting and yet hunts monsters for food without a problem. Dariel settles into village life, with Marika's romantic interest in him becoming more obvious. AniVillage reveals Gashita recklessly decided to hunt a blaze death scythe, even though it is too high rank for him and a team from a city guild has already accepted the official quest. Dariel volunteers to retrieve Gashita, but finds him already running scared from the death scythe. Dariel's sword is broken, so he combines 2 aura skills and throws a sword fragment into the death scythe's mouth, killing it. Gashita realizes he has been a reckless idiot. Meanwhile, the 4 demon kings struggle in their war against the hero, as Dariel was secretly the one who kept everything in the army running smoothly. Without him, everything is falling apart. Yet Bashverza furiously rejects his fellow king's request to bring Dariel back. Gashita begins following Dariel on his quests to learn from him. Marika's hugs begin to cause Dariel injuries. Dariel notices most houses in the village are vacant, and AniVillage explains the village was a trade route for a nearby mithril mine. But since the demon army captured the mine, trade stopped. Dariel, once the mine's overseer for the demon army, visits the mine and finds it being totally mismanaged by one of Bashverza's new commanders. The Knockers, a demon subspecies suited to mining who all respect Dariel greatly, are tired of being repressed and begin a revolt. Dariel hides his face and protects the Knockers as an anonymous adventurer, defeating the demon soldiers non-fatally. The commander surrenders, revealing he isn't even a soldier, just a demon Bashverza randomly hired at a party. At Dariel's insistence, the commander resigns and the soldiers return home. The grateful Knockers decide to switch allegiance to the human race. The Adventurer Guild main headquarters takes the Knockers under their protection to reopen the mine properly, making the village prosperous again. Marika hugs Dariel so hard he is tackled to the floor unconscious. Bashverza is punished by the Demon Lord for losing the mithril mine. Marika almost asks Dariel to marry her, but is interrupted by Gashita arguing with Fitbaton, arrogant leader of the adventurer team sent to hunt the Death Scythe. Gashita reveals Dariel killed the Death Scythe, infuriating Fitbaton. Later, a misunderstanding results in AniVillage accepting a confused Dariel as Marika's fiancé. Guild headquarters ask Dariel to negotiate with the Knockers as they refuse to meet with anyone else. But once Dariel reassures them, the Knockers happily negotiate with Guild representative Bestfred. The demon Rizit is sent by the Demon Lord to convince the Knockers to return, but he encounters Dariel instead. Rizit reveals the demon army is near collapse due to Bashverza's incompetence and begs Dariel to return. Dariel refuses due to being human and instead has Rizit negotiate with Bestfred to buy mithril from the guild, reasoning that buying mithril is easier than starting a war over the mine. A furious Fitbaton tries to murder Rizit but is stopped by Dariel. Bestfred berates Fitbaton before agreeing to sell mithril to the demons. Dariel looks forward to future peace between demons and humans since both races are precious to him. Bestfred asks Dariel to reopen the mithril foundry. However, Fitbaton has already claimed the foundry for Campbell City Guild. Central City Guild sends Smith, the greatest living mithril blacksmith, to work in the foundry. Smith refuses to work with Campbell Guild's blacksmiths due to Fitbaton's rudeness. Smith reveals he intends to forge the greatest mithril weapon of his career, customized for Dariel's unique aura. Fitbaton tries to recruit Dariel to the Campbell Guild to deny Center Guild access to the mines, but Dariel refuses, so Fitbaton challenges Dariel to a duel. Fitbaton reveals his smiths have forged a mithril sword and shield, and mocks the dagger that Smith forges for Dariel. However, Smith reveals it is the Hermes blade, which with Dariel's aura can become any shape, including a sword and whip. Fitbaton's inferior mithril is destroyed. Bestfred decides to arrest Fitbaton, but Dariel, knowing Fitbaton was doing his best for his guild and teammates, insists Fitbaton be forgiven if he repairs the houses damaged in their duel. Bestfred offers a job at Central Guild, overheard by Marika. Later, Dariel contemplates the job offer clothed in a towel in a sauna. Marika, also dressed in a towel, joins the shocked Dariel, insisting they discuss something important. Marika tells Dariel she will support his taking the Center Guild job. Dariel had already decided not to go, causing Marika to cry tears of joy, and they kiss. Bashverza visits his and Dariel's father, Granverza, who retired after being injured by the hero. Bashverza is too ashamed to admit his failures, so he claims Dariel is still working for him. Granverza attacks him, having known the truth already and demanding Bashverza find Dariel. Bashverza refuses and leaves to prove he can succeed without Dariel. Marika's mother sneakily confirms Dariel and Marika spent the night together, leaving Dariel so weak he falls down the stairs. Dariel frets over whether to confess everything, but before he can, AniVillage announces he wishes Dariel to replace him as chief. Dariel agrees and asks Marika to marry him. 1 year later, Dariel is chief, has married Marika, and had a son, Gran. The hero visits the village. Dariel has mixed feelings as the hero almost killed Granverza, but he finds the previous hero has retired and been replaced by a young woman who is so new to the role she has notes for heroic behavior written on her hands. As it is her destiny to defeat the Demon Lord, she has come to the village for mithril armor. The hero Rady and her subordinates Satame and Sesha are entranced by the mithril weaponry. Rady announces she is seeking a third subordinate and is accepting challengers. Gashita comes close to winning, but Dariel is forced to save his life when Rady almost kills Gashita by accident. Rady duels and is defeated by Dariel, but is confused when he rejects her invitation to join her party. Dariel recalls Lady Droyas, one of the Demon Kings who valued peace above everything, and is determined not to help Rady defeat the Demon Lord. Rady begins stalking Dariel and slowly realizes Dariel values life over war. She begs him to join her once more, but Dariel refuses, revealing the demon army only exists to protect the Demon Lord from the hero and has never once started a war with humans, as it was always the hero who attacked first. Rady relents and asks Dariel to be her mentor. Dariel agrees, hoping to steer Rady away from war altogether. Droyas is despondent Dariel is still missing, as Bashverza has not attempted to manage the army in months. Meanwhile, Rizit visits Dariel but is followed by Zebiontes, one of the 4 Demon Kings, who finally locates Dariel. Zebiontes punishes Rizit and confronts Dariel but decides to behave after witnessing Marika's suppressed rage. Zebiontes decides to take over responsibility of the mithril contract from Rizit, but Dariel refuses to work with her. Zebiontes challenges Dariel to a duel but loses comically fast. During the fight, Dariel accidentally snatches Zebiontes' panties and is forced to sell her a mithril weapon to not tell Marika. While Zebiontes visits the foundry to have a weapon forged, Dariel is forced to distract Rady so she won't meet Zebiontes, only for the two to meet anyway at the sauna. Dariel is forced to admit everything about his past, having already done so to Marika before their wedding. Marika prevents a fight breaking out, so Zebiontes and Rady decide on a duel. After a restless night, the two meet with their mithril weapons. Rady a sword and Zebiontes a wind magic necklace. The two are evenly matched until they almost collapse a cliff into Gran and both save him. With the duel over, the two realize they actually had fun together and become friends. Dariel hopes such friendships will lead to the peace he longs for between humans and demons. Later, the village is visited by Alanzir, the retired previous hero. Far from the bloodthirsty warrior Dariel remembers, Alanzir appears as a kindly old man. Alanzir plans to resume Rady's training, but learning Dariel has also been training Rady, he asks to spar with him. Dariel unhappily agrees, but Zebiontis accidentally uses demon magic, exposing herself, and Alanzir tries to kill her. Dariel is forced to save Zebiontes, informing Alanzir peaceful demons are welcome in his village. Sensing Dariel's strength, Alanzir offers to have Dariel replace Rady as the hero. Dariel refuses, so Alanzir injures him, demanding to know why Dariel wants peace with demons. Dariel reveals he was raised by demons. Granverza meets the Demon Lord and begs him to fire Bashversa, who has not left his room in over a year. The Demon King is unhappy Granverza blatantly prefers the human Dariel over Bashversa, but he gives Granverza Dariel's location, having known it all along. Granverza recalls 33 years ago, the water demon Bezaton was slain by Alanzir, but he left Granverza the perfect weapon to one day kill Alanzir, the baby Dariel. Alanzir abruptly reveals Dariel must be his long-lost son, kidnapped by Bezaton as a baby. Before Dariel can react to this revelation, Granverza arrives. Alanzir cannot forgive that Granverza got to be a father while he did not. Granverza never knew Dariel was Alanzir's son, as Bezaton never told him. They almost fight until Marika interrupts, actually scolding a hero and a demon king for upsetting their grandson. Meeting Gran, the two grandfathers make peace. Bashversa finally reappears, claiming to have a plan to defeat the hero, only to find he will soon be fired and all anyone can talk about is Dariel. Bashversa decides to kill Dariel. During a party, Anvil is nervous about being joint grandfathers with Alanzir, the hero, and Granverza, the Demon King. But Dariel feels hopeful when they start getting along. Rady asks about her training, but due to their new circumstances, Alanzir admits the Demon Lord isn't the cause of humanity's suffering. The war was started by humanity's leaders to seize the Demon Lord's ability to bestow magical powers, finally allowing humans to use magic. Rady decides to remain the hero to expose the truth. The mine is attacked by a dragon, so everyone rushes to help. Dariel realizes the knockers are trapped and rushes to free them while Granverza and Alanzir distract the dragon. Realizing the knockers will be in danger as long as the dragon is nearby, Dariel joins the fight. After knocking the dragon from the sky, it flies away. Granverza returns home with Zebiontes and confronts Bashversa, revealing Bashversa controlled the dragon with forbidden hex magic he stole from the Demon Lord's vault. Granverza is enraged as hexes affect the user's sanity. Still trying to prove his superiority over Dariel, Bashversa flies away on the dragon to kill the heroes Alanzir and Rady. In the mine, Dariel is confronted by Gigantomachia, the magical earth beast. He is upset his friend Salamandra, the magical fire beast, is suffering, and, seeing Dariel has a good heart, improves his Hermes blade since the mithril was mined from his body. Marika gives Dariel armored gloves and her wedding ring to keep him safe. Bashversa announces he will end the war by killing all humans, starting with his greatest failure, Dariel. As they duel, Dariel acknowledges how hard Bashversa must have worked and how unfair it was no one was proud of him. Enraged at being pitied, Bashversa begins to turn into a dragon as the hex further joins him to Salamandra. Well, that wraps it up. If you want more recaps like this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button.